Let's take some calls. 617-830-4750. We're not pre-screening. We don't know who's on the line. We don't know what they're going to talk about. Let's start there. Who's talking to us and where are you calling from?
This is Glenn Brown in Tampa, Florida. I spoke with you last week, and you convinced me, since I'm in a swing state like Florida, to go ahead and vote for Hillary.
Right.
But in light of everything that's come up since I last called your show,
Yep.
You've done a great job going into it. I'm not going to rehash it. But can you understand why there are potentially millions of us Sanders supporters, even with the risk of the boogeyman Trump hanging over our heads,
Right.
why we really don't want to vote for Hillary? Can you understand where we're coming from?
Yeah, let's talk it through, Glenn. How old a guy are you?
I'm 52.
Okay, do you have kids?
I cannot have children. No, I do not have children.
Okay, do you have nieces or nephews?
Yes, I certainly do.
Okay, how old are they?
My nieces and nephews, they're 14 and 16.
Perfect, okay. In what way would they be better served 20 years from now if Donald Trump won in November? That, to me, is the fundamental question. Do you have an answer to that question?
No, I don't have an answer to that. All I can tell you is the only counter argument I can make to what you're saying is, when I was watching the protest last night in front of the media center in Philly, one Sanders supporter said, and I'm sure you won't agree with it, but really it's the only one I can make. He said, I know a Trump presidency would be bad, but maybe that's what we need, to have really someone terrible like Donald Trump to finally wake this country up and bring about real dramatic change in this country, and the Democrats stop being corporatists and start governing as true progressives.
I think
so
that there is, I don't think that is a bad principle. The problem is, I don't see any way in which Donald Trump becoming the president would get us to that, particularly by appointing 3 to 4 Supreme Court justices for life. I mean, Rachel, I have no problem with the idea that Glenn is presenting. I just don't see how it would actually happen in a way where, oh, great, hey, Trump 4 years, it's terrible, and then it's progressive haven, you know?
Yeah, I think it would definitely derail those efforts. And I really like your argument about how would this serve the future generations and your kids and your nieces and nephews. I think it's a poignant one.
But long story short, Glenn, no, I don't criticize anyone who is feeling the frustration you're feeling. I'm just asking them to apply the thought process that you and I went through to sort of think about it. Thank you so much for the call, Glenn. I really appreciate it. Always great to hear from you.
I appreciate it, Thank you. It's a pleasure talking to you. Bye-bye.
Gamefly is sort of like Netflix for video games. They have over 8,000 new and classic games for Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS4, PS3, Wii, and a bunch of other platforms. And you can play as many games as you want for one monthly fee. And if you find some games you want to keep, you can buy them for a low used price. There's never any due dates or late fees, and our audience can get a free 30-day trial at gameflyoffer.com/TDPS. The games are shipped directly to you with return envelopes included. There's no contracts, and you can rent games through the mobile app. Get the free 30-day trial for the David Pakman Show audience and support our show by going to gameflyoffer.com/TDPS.